I'm about to be 50. I can't wait. I want to be like Ray.
I put this. I know what Geno's tried to do.
Yeah.
And I appreciate some of it.
Okay.
I want to make that very clear.
Okay.
What did Geno try
and
to
people
do?
know what I mean by that.
No, we don't.
Mm-hmm.
I know what Geno's tried to do. I've read
What, getting you in trouble with the police? What did Geno try to do? He got you arrested. He said, yeah, he sent me a naked photo of Kayla. He loves Geno so much. He just doesn't want to let go of Geno, no matter what.
read some papers about what Geno tried to do,
Mm-hmm.
and I really appreciate it. And I wish he wasn't stuck in the situation he was. And I just want him to know I didn't put you there.
He's a bitch.
I didn't put you there. You
Geno-
know, sometimes
Geno did the exact same thing he did with Kumia and Chrissy to me. Geno was my friend. But when Chrissy gave out the barking orders to Anthony and then Karl piled on and then you jumped in, Geno was a part of it because he felt he was in the compound cult. He felt like those were his family, his team, and he turned against me. He did the exact same to you. Geno's a bitch. Geno's a bitch. His fiance turned on you after you probably gave her more money than anyone's given her, like in comedy or streaming. They turned on you because of your dumb whore ex-wife cokehead, thinking because they watched Melton every morning and they were watching me cover you. And they're like, we need to make money off this guy. And they turned on you. They were never your friends, no matter how many photos you took with them, no matter how many Viking games you took them to, no matter how many shots you bought them at Stoney's or at breakfast or buying breakfast. So Geno could have did something. He could have really went out of his way. He could keep doing your show. And that's a fact.
in life you grow because you realize the things you've done you're not proud of.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get to become a different person and learn from your mistakes.
Good. I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah.
I really wish I had this guy's delusion. I really do. I mean, some people say he's a sociopath, and he probably is. But if you really, really look at his position right now in life, it's really bad. But for some reason, he's just, everything's great. Everything's great over here. It's hilarious. I love it. Maybe that slam piece, that Ann Ghosh chick, is just amazing in bed. Maybe he's just living his best life right now. Maybe we're wrong. Hey, just in case you thought Karl wasn't a mean guy, he is. He's a mean guy. Karl from Rochester's a mean guy. Here's him talking about Rob Saul, who is a extreme no talent, but look what he does. He goes and digs this up and he pretends like someone sent this to him. So let's take a look at Rob Saul, Chris, the no talent producer, and Vinny Paulino, who works at the Comedy on Carlson, the worst comedy club in the country.
On his show 10 months ago.
Okay.
And the reason why I'm playing this, I'm not the morality police, but John certainly is. He's constantly talking about, like, how could you have Missy B?
So he's setting up the excuse because they're cracking on his shitty guests like Missy B, who hates the Jews.
On your show, and she does this or said that, and there's criminals, and how can you work with a criminal? I don't.
They're talking about
Criminals on my
ESO.
show. Let's hear what Rob Saul has to say about his relationship with his ex-wife. His ex-wife left him for his cousin.
He has to do the setup, of course, the famous Karl setup, because he's the ultimate broadcaster.
Now, him and his ex have a daughter together.
And again, I have to remind everyone, anybody that's watching any of this shit, we all know Karl. He really does assume that he's getting all these new fans. Like, these fans are just flocking over there and they're like, what's going on? Oh my God, who's this Rob Saul? Everyone we have already. It's not growing. It might be shrinking. There's a lot of people just moving on with their lives. They're like, we're done. Like, you can't find that Jason Bentley now. He's gone. That guy's gone. Disappeared. But he has to insist. I got to set up this Rob Saul situation and know his backstory about how his wife left him for his cousin. We know.
And so this is the conversation he's having with Ray DeVito.
So now he's dead, Uncle?
And here's another reason why I wanted to play this clip, because this is going back to a very old Ray DeVito episode, because he still had the dresser behind him. So they dug this up to make Rob look bad, which isn't hard to do. But Karl got a nerd injury because he was cracking on Missy B and all his other loser guests. So he wants to pile on Rob and stick it to Rob, which I have no problem with, but I just got to point out the hypocrisy of all this shit and how full of shit these people are. And he really wants to stick it to Rob. And Rob went on John's show yesterday, visibly upset by this clip, which was funny. And I tried to pull it up, but John takes his videos down, all of them, immediately. Even I put a few out for free here and there. So I want to do my setup, the Karl setup, because Karl, and also what Karl doesn't mention here is Ray DeVito, who is a fucking idiot, and he refuses to really say anything bad about Ray DeVito.
It's weird. It's very weird.
Cousin?
Yeah, it's a very weird situation that's going on.
So Rob will hurt you.
Is it weirder than you married to a 55-year-old woman? Just kidding. I remember Karl like making fun of me when he's like, he's 48 years old. I just want to remind, this was like 2 years ago or a year ago. Karl, you're 46. You're about to be 47 in October. I looked it up. So you were making fun of me last year for being 48. This October, this month, happy birthday, you're going to be 47. So I'm a year and a half older than you. Hypocrite. Don't strike me, John.
That's where
you don't want her. She fucking gained about 200 pounds since she left me for my cousin. So she's like, she's pregnant. And anyway.
Right. By the way, that's another cope of Rob's. If your wife leaves you for your cousin, that sucks. So of course he's going to go to the fat card like Ray does, like Mr. Kill Everything. They're angry.
I ended
with your kid or his kid?
His kid, but the kid ended up dying.
What'd you have to do with
Get the fuck out of here.
So she had a miscarriage, and Rob starts applauding that. This would have been his daughter's sibling.
Ray even knows that's not cool.
Dude, even Ray's like, whoa, what?
No, he didn't. Quit sticking up for Ray there. No, Ray was just like, what? Not what?
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah, I've killed some kids, but
Yeah, but this is not something you celebrate, obviously. But I mean, Rob really is a piece of shit for the way he's responding to this. And he'll never get another girl in his life, and he knows that. So it's just him and his dogs. And that's why he's lashing out like this so pathetically.
Okay, Rob was going after Karl's wife recently. So this is where that anger, the nerd anger is coming from.
Wow.
Dude, you really have like no soul.
Well, no, I don't.
Wow.
And why would I care? Now, I won because all of a sudden, anyway, I got my condo back. I got joint custody of my daughter. I got this super restraining order dropped.
So he lost his place. He had a restraining order against him.
Yeah.
He lost custody of his kid. And he's like, I'm a winner because those things aren't happening anymore. Oh, the fact that they even happened the time that it did, not good.
Yeah. Plus, there's that new blood stain on the tile.
Yikes.
Hilarious, Vinny Paulino. No wonder why you stopped doing stand-up comedy and you work at a comedy club.
Let me tell you, now my ex-wife is about 200 pounds heavier. Listen, maybe that's why I'm not a good man. I don't let women get comfortable. Like, don't get comfortable to where you think you could be 500 pounds.
Why is he so herky-jerky and not confident with his voice?
When I met you,
I like covering this because I can shit on everybody in the screen. Karl covering Rob and Ray, and I can shit on Ray and Rob doing what they're doing. I have no allegiance to any of these people. It's the most freeing feeling in the world, not being partnered up with any of these fucks. It's great. Because I'm not trying to get in with Rob. I'm not trying to get in with Ray. I'm not trying to get in with Karl or Chris, the producer. I don't want to get in with any of them. They're all the worst people of all time. I'll make fun of them all.
When you were
Is it the most profitable? Probably not.
Ray's face.
$1.20.
He's so
How does
uncomfortable.
she feel? I mean, your daughter, how does she feel that you're sitting there saying that her mom is a disgusting pig?
Good question.
I'm going to plead the
You
fifth
don't have to white knight Ray.
on that.
Every
Ray.
now and then, Ray.
Mhm.
I like it.
Like, that's got to be like, even if you hate your ex-wife,
She
which
said worse
sounds
about
like
me, and she's had her turned against me for a while. So yeah,
So Karl went back and got this video and cut it all up just to stick it to Rob for making fun of his wife and having criminals on his show and be involved with ESO. He really wanted to make Rob look bad. He did the same thing to Stuttering John when Stuttering John brought up his father. I guess his father had cancer. So Karl did a whole show to make Stuttering John look bad and get sympathy for his dad who had cancer. People were sending Karl all these super chats because he was playing the victim to make Stuttering John look worse. He's very calculated. This nerd is a very angry guy who's very calculated in his decision making.
I've kind of let more loose. I was never this loose until
that's got to be. I didn't know you had a daughter with her. Like, that's,
yeah.
you got to kind of take, even if the dude like
Listen,
fucked you over.
Do you have
I mean,
kids?
you just no, but you just celebrated that her potential half brother isn't alive. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Ray,
You know, Ray with all his morals. Ray's just a morally high ground guy.
I don't care.
That sounds
because
cold.
They're scumbags, and
Oh, they're scumbags.
I tried. I was
Isn't it interesting? Rob calls everyone a loser, and now these people are scumbags. Even though he's proving that he's a loser and a scumbag.
trying to be a good person, and I tried to get along with him for the kid after that, but it's it hasn't gone well.
No, it definitely has
Wow.
not gone well for you, Rob.
Oof.
Yeah, I know it's rough.
She turned
Sorry.
the kid against me. Ah,
I
okay.
know. Maybe the kid just recognizes who you are as a person and thinks you are a piece of shit.
I can't believe they're all on the same page together. Those three white guys piling on, at least when I go after Rob Saul, it's just me. I don't have to bring on two ball washers to help me out. I don't need people to agree with me. In fact, there's plenty of people that disagree, and I'm fine with that. But Karl can't do anything himself. You ever seen him do a show by himself? It's fucking brutal. He has to have those people around him every time.